you been?
Good.
Excellent.
Good. How you feel today?
I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, every time you wake up in the morning, do you see yourself in good mood or moderate, less?
I am in within God's divinity, and I know that each day that I walk this earth, I am fulfilling my plan here on this earth. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen.
Good.
But that doesn't change the fact that my energy levels go up and down,
Okay.
and I'm here.
Okay.
And I have an optimistic perspective. Well, I don't even believe in optimism, because I think that leaves room for it to be not optimistic, and I'm always optimistic. So I'm here.
All right. So my energy is sometimes up and sometimes down. Well, energy has to do with motivation. They are connected with the definition of motivation is the energy that gives the behavior its intensity, power, and direction.
Mm-hmm.
So that what makes us excited, resilient, committed, wanting to make a change, wanting to make a change in our life. So this has to do some work with the self itself and with other also, because our life is personal and interpersonal. They work together.
Mm-hmm.
I want myself to acquire more skills on both sides, on personal and interpersonal. So I would keep my motivation working. So I would minimize the times that my energy goes down and maintain the energy to stay stable as much as possible. Because if it goes up and down, it will affect my performance. So I would not be the same. Sometimes my energy low, so I cannot function well. When my energy is up, oh, I'm excited now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's motivation, motivating the self on personal level and interpersonal level. This has to do with purpose in life.
Everybody gotta have a purpose.
Yes.
Purpose, purpose, purpose.
Purpose in life, which is related to us, which gives our life a meaning. That we see, oh, my existence has a role. My existence in this life has a meaning, has a value.
Yeah.
I am valuable person. Yeah,
Yeah. You
I
have
am
to
a
think.
valuable person.
You have to think like that.
And my value would be reflected on my treatment to myself and my treatment to others.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, tell me how you explain that your life has a value, or you are a valuable person. Yes, I am a valuable person. That's why I respect myself. That's how I generate the energy in myself to perform well in the life. whether you're talking about job performance, relationship performance,
Mm-hmm.
house performance, parent-children performance, all kind of life domains. So I want to make sure that my energy is at the minimum level that I can perform well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if my energy is down, then I don't have the power to function. I want to move myself, but I don't have the power.
I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
So
Star Trek.
I have to get myself together and generate my energy and face the life. Me versus the life.
Mm-hmm.
The life is very challenging for me. That's part of the generation of my energy. When I see life is challenging. And I am the one who can deal with these challenges. If I feel I cannot deal with the life challenges, then I would submit. I would be submissive. Oh, that's too much for me. I cannot handle it. Life is too much stressful. It's above my capacity.
And then you quit and shut down.
Yeah, I will. Okay. Please don't talk to me. I cannot deal with anything. No. Life is energy. The water we drink gives us the energy. The food we eat gives us energy. And the way our brain functions either gives us energy or put us down.
Yeah, everybody's brain ain't the same.
So my brain, I would be observant of my brain functioning. If my brain is going to put me down, I would question that. Why you treat me like this? Why you putting me down? Why you are not generating the energy as the water and food? At least you are a brain. Brain is more complicated than the water and food. If water and food are giving me the energy, why my brain does not do that? So energy is vital, pivotal for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I function. I feel strong. I feel valuable. I have purpose in life. Whether relationship, whether my children, whether my job, whether I have something for the future to do, whether to take care of myself. Yeah, I am handsome or beautiful, but I should take care of myself. Because I deserve that. Why not? Why not? If God created me beautiful, why should I neglect myself? I deserve taken care. I should look, because I am beautiful, I should look beautiful.
Today. It's a song for everything, I'm sorry.
I should look beautiful or handsome. If a man, handsome. If a woman, pretty or beautiful. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. It is motivational.
Yes, again, do I have the motivation to look beautiful? To look handsome?
Mm-hmm.
To look cooperative? To look friendly? Do I sound to you as friendly or unfriendly? Even, I'm changing the tone of my voice. Sometimes I raise up my. Do I look unfriendly when I raise up my voice?
Is that a question, or you're still in your dissertation or your thing? Are you asking me a question?
Well, it's a dialogue thing,
Oh, it's a dialogue. No, you don't look unfriendly. You look very welcoming.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if if I raise up my voice, because I have a lot of respect for you, because I care for you, because I have the motivation to help both of you. I'm motivated. I am very enthused to see changes in the relationship between both of you. That you feel after we finish the process, oh, now we can tell that we had achieved good thing about our relationship. That we are becoming more understanding, that we are becoming more respectful to each other, that we are becoming using the right statement, that I would accommodate you, you would accommodate me, make sure that I don't hurt your feelings, I make sure that I don't hurt your feelings. So we're working together, we motivating each other, we're working as a team. So that's my goal, is to come to that point and say, well, we really achieved something that we can rely on and continue our life.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes some skills, some mechanism that we acquire,
Mm-hmm.
and they will make the change. It's not a magic. It's not something, metaphysic. It's something objective, scientific, and doable. We should not ask something that is above our capacity. So what do you think?
What?
About first, she presented the issue of energy first, and how the energy would play a role in a relationship. If the energy start to goes down, will it affect the interpersonal relationship?
It's going to affect the relationship, period, won't it? If your energy goes down in a relationship, that's going to affect the whole relationship, period. If you're constantly up and down and changing and with the weather, it's going to change your relationship.
What do you think, Lani?
I feel that energy is allowed to move and be processed as the person feels necessary, and I'm very cognizant of the thoughts in my head. I don't have self-defeating thoughts. I am processing through disappointment in certain areas of my life, and in that, the energy that I would put forth to make others feel comfortable in my presence, i.e., hey, I'm happy to be here. The energy is being channeled to other places because I'm actually working through some issues in my life, but I'm still here. So physically, I'm in the room. Energetically, I am somewhere else working out problems that I'm trying to solve within my life so that I can present this happy-go-lucky. I don't need to put a facade on for anybody to make anybody else feel uncomfortable. My goal is to not make anyone feel uncomfortable in my presence. Therefore, I don't feel that I have a heavy energy like being a problem or anything like that. But as far as me being here and giving energy to this room, I really don't have energy to give to this room until something engaging transpires. I appreciate what you said. Some of those points helped me work through what I'm going through. So I appreciate what you said, but I don't feel that I need to be on all the time, especially if I know what's going on in my internal world. I'm working through some real shit in my head right now and in my spiritual body, and really working through what you are working through in the physical world by us being here. I'm working through in my energy body and in my spiritual world, and that's where my energy is being channeled to. So I respect what you're saying, but we can't just throw all energy in one bucket and expect that that's what's happening with the person.
Yeah, yes, you true. What you're saying, energy has many resources, and you get your energy maybe from your spiritual world, because you try to rely on specific source of thinking, spiritual. Okay, I agree. Spiritual world is very important, and trying to benefit from is, yes, beneficial. Yeah, I agree.
How do you benefit from the spiritual world? What type of benefits are we talking? Like just inside physical?
Yeah, that's
Making
good question. Good question for Lani.
The benefits to me from spiritual alignment and through clarity of self, we could take the word spirituality and turn it into energy. We could take that word out and turn it into self-improvement. We could take that word out and use whatever word you choose to use, because it's all the same. They're just using different language to appeal to different demographics. But the benefit of self-improvement is the improvement of self, and you cannot improve self until you improve within. And so once you make the change within, now the change manifests without. So that is the benefit of self-improvement, spiritual work, energy work, get your together, however you want to say it. That's the benefit. You have to change in here first before you can ever see change out there.
You have to change the inner self before you see or observe the change in the outside world.
It's just like going to work for money. You have to go to work, and you know that work that you're putting out, that energetic output that you're putting out, is going to generate money. You don't go to work and there's money immediately. You have to do a service, i.e. that would be the spiritual work, or that would be the self-improvement, and at the end of the work, now there is a physical world reward, i.e. money. So maybe that parallel is easier to comprehend or receive when you think of, you got to do some stuff that you're not going to see nothing in the material world manifest. And you're like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. But after you do it, because you're like, this is the hope for, I do this haircut for the hope for the money on the end of this. So you're not getting the money while you're doing the haircut, but you're doing it because you're like, I know at the end of this work that I'm doing, there is whatever my outcome is, which is payment. And so
That's a definite payment, right? A definite payment. You got that person in your chair, and you're gonna cut the hair, and you know you're gonna get paid after that.
Yeah, so if you do the mental shifts necessary, you do the emotional shifts necessary. I don't know whatever it is that you're working on, but whatever it is that you're working on, there's a multitude of things that need to take place in order for the change to kick in. Change isn't instantaneous. Change isn't, I want to stop smoking. Boom, I'm not smoking anymore. Health's improved. No, it's not that easy. You have to try different methodologies in order to stop a particular behavior in order to implement that change. But once you click in So yes, you'll get the payment, but how big is your tip? So once you click into that perfect haircut, because the first haircut, I got a $5 tip. Second haircut, he didn't even tip me. Third haircut, oh shit, I got a $50 tip. I done clicked in. So it took you 3 energetic outputs to get the desired results. So I believe what you potentially are questioning is change isn't guaranteed. No, change isn't guaranteed off of the first attempt. There's multiple attempts that need to be made, and it's not the same attempt doing the exact same thing. It's that didn't work, let me refine it. That didn't work, let me refine it. And you keep trying, but ultimately you will hit change and get your desired outcome or your bigger tip. Since payment is guaranteed, let me take it into the tip side so maybe you'll see what I'm talking about.
We would like to connect between the spiritual alignment and the energy, because energy has different sources, and
I'm more energy than spiritual.
you are more into that. Okay.
I'm more energy.
Okay.
I believe that you can change your energy as well too. You change your perspective on.
Yeah, there's many, as she mentioned, there are many modalities, many approaches to make the change, but you have to figure out which modality would be suitable to you, would be more effective, would be more doable for each, because we have individual differences. So I would like to see what modality worked for me, in order to make the change. So with regard to the energy that goes up and down, how would spiritual alignment help to maintain the energy in the level that keeps you functioning, motivated, more effective, more pleasant, feeling more pleasant? So how you would see the benefit of spiritual alignment?
I believe that, or I know, my ultimate goal is to be on all the time. But I exist in this physical world, in this physical form, and I am human. So things are going to impact me. And it is my knowing that, my belief, because this can alter, it is my belief that I'm allowed to honor that. i.e., I'm not faking for nobody. I'm not in a bad mood. My energy is great. I'm just here. But energetically, I am somewhere else because there's stuff that I'm working through that I have to figure out in order to get my energy back to where I want it.
Would that be energetic, or would it be mentally? You're not here.
He asked me energetically. Mentally, I'm having a conversation, so mentally I'm here. I'm engaging. I'm listening to you. I'm receiving what you're putting down, and I believe I'm pushing this conversation forward with my dialogue. Therefore, mentally, I am here. Energetically, I am not here.
Spiritually or energetically?
Where you are, energetically.
Well, because what you said earlier that I said manifest are I can't think of the word. It made sense to me. Was you were saying feeling valued. Well, right now I am not feeling valued. So I am working through how do I keep going even though I don't feel valued, because I'm working towards a larger picture. The larger picture must take me going through this space of not being valued. I got to get there. And I'm talking about within my career. So I have to go through what I feel being undervalued, but I still got to keep showing up, because in order for me to get to a space of value, I got to go through this. Everybody that's achieved anything in life had to go through an undervalued space where nobody paid them attention and nobody cared what they were doing. And even though they were at the top of their game and they knew what they were talking about or they knew what they were doing, and you're an excellent barber, you still got to get people to pay attention to you. But you got to keep going through that. You got to fight through everything, whatever it takes to motivate you to keep going and showing up. So that's where my energy is. Like, I'm trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing, because I believe, or I'm 99% sure that I'm in alignment with God's will for my life. But what's manifesting or materializing in the physical world isn't necessarily showing that in the capacity that I would like to see it. Now, who am I to say how God's supposed to show up? So I can't dictate that. So these are all the things that I'm going through in my head to continue doing God's work. So that's where I'm at. And so that's where my energy is at, figuring that out and understanding that every person, everything, every interaction that I have is spirit delivering messages for me. That's why when you did your monologue this morning, I didn't say nothing to you. Usually I cut you off and say, hey, let's get to work, because you're long-winded, so am I. I can appreciate someone who likes to talk, because I love to talk, so I respect that. But let
maybe
me
you misunderstood me.
No, well, let me finish
Okay.
my because it's I'm sure you have your reason why you did what you did, and you tied it together at the end. So I understand what you did, because you said I brought up energy, so you were speaking from that perspective. I understand 100% what you're doing, because you tied it up for me at the end. But typically, based off of our past 3 or 4 meetings, I have cut you off, correct? So today I didn't cut you off. I actually listened to what you were saying, because I know that God uses everybody to deliver messages. So I was like, Lonnie, don't cut him off. Listen to what he's saying. And you actually delivered some messages for me. So thank you. But energetically, I'm not here for whatever we're probably supposed to be here for. Energetically, I'm here because this is the room that God placed me in. Why? And next place I'm at, God placed me here. Why? Next place, because I'm trying to solve a problem, and it is the spirit's responsibility to help me solve that problem.
Okay. Well, for being here, you are here for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
For in this room.
But it may not be. It may not today. I'm not taking overall. Today, I may not be in this room for this marriage. I may be in this room for you to deliver what you just delivered to me to help me solve a problem that I'm working out. I don't know. I'm receiving everything you're saying, but what I'm saying is I'm physically here for my marriage, but energetically, spiritually, something else is being worked out.
Okay, there are so factors that will create the energy. Maybe marriage, one of them. Personal issues, spiritual issues, health issues, financial issues, metaphysic issues, physic issues. Those are all factors. But the main purpose for coming here is to acquire the experience of making the right change in your life. So
I
you
thought
will
we was here for the marriage.
make advances on the personal level and interpersonal level to save the marriage, which is big goal, because failure in the marriage, that means divorce. So that's very significant issue. That would make it a good target. That would make it deserving the energy to spend on this issue, because this is big matter in the life. Marriage, separation, divorce, these are big matters. Especially you have children and you need to take care of, and keeping the marriage will help taking care of the children and taking care of the self. So it's mutual benefits. So that, yeah, if this place would help me to learn some experience that finally I would benefit from it in my marriage, in my relationship, in my life, then it deserves the energy to put it in here now. You can use your energy wherever you want. The choice is yours always. But you are here, use your energy here. You live here, take your energy with you. You wanna think about financial issues, then you need the energy for finance. You wanna pray to God, you wanna, just spend time with spiritual issues, you need the energy for that. So energy, we have to keep the energy with us. With any domain we go to, the spiritual domain, physical domain, family domain, personal domain, we need the energy for all these things. Even the energy to have an appetite to eat foods. Sometimes we lose our appetite to eat food. Why? Because we have no energy. Even eating foods takes energy. Having sex, it's a cycle. It takes energy to start the sexual relationship, and once we start the sexual relationship, this by itself generates energy. So there are domains, and we have to function all of them. Spiritual, sexual, family, finance, children, and personal, physical look. You are a beautiful woman. He's a handsome man. It's good that how I present myself to him, how he presents himself to me. If he's like trying to look good to me, that he's trying to please me, that he's trying to give me a good image, that Lani, I would like you to see me a handsome person so you will feel good. That's good effort on him. Or he would choose the statement that pleases you, that you are a very important person in my life. That would please you, that would make you feel secure. So statement, images, body language, verbal language, all these things will play into our energy that we need into these several domains. So I am here, my energy has to be with me. Otherwise, why keep it there?
I think we're having two different conversations. I understand what you're saying. I'm here.
With your energy.
If you want me to pretend, hey Sam, how's it going? Let's go. Let's get this marriage together. Does that make you happy? That is fake, but I will fake if it makes you feel uncomfortable and we can move forward. I don't know, but you were riding this energy thing we're at 34 minutes now, so I'm just trying, what do I need to give you for us to move forward? Because I think we're having two separate conversations. I'm here.
Okay. Well,
this is good enough that I'm in this room. So let's do what we need to do in this room. Doesn't matter if there's a smile on my face. It doesn't matter. Every question you ask me, I answer. It doesn't. I don't think that it does. Okay, well, there's a smile. Can we move forward? I'm so confused. What do you want from me? I'm here.
Okay.
My energy's here too. Let's go. We're here. We're all here. Can we go forward?
We are not playing with words.
No, I'm literally saying, got you. Called my energy in. Energy come to me. I'm here. Can we move forward?
Lani.
My goodness, I'm so confused. What do you want from me?
I am a therapist.
I know, and I'm trying to give you what you want so we can move forward.
To have active listening.
I'm literally having an active conversation with you. Look, Sam, we have two different understandings of life. I'm very receptive of yours. I get everything that comes out of your mouth. you don't necessarily understand my perspective, which is fine. You're not here to understand my overall life philosophy. I just want to move forward and work on this marriage. This man is literally downloading an app while you go on about energy. So he has checked out.
I haven't
So
checked out.
please, well,
I'm just trying to get my book seat
because his energy's not in the room, but you're talking to me about being present. I'm 1,000% sitting here with you. Meanwhile, he's downloading an app. Address him in his energy. But can we just move forward? I just want to move forward. I'm here. I got you.
Take it easy. We're good. We're good.
Okay, let's go. I'm smiling. I'm here. Let's crack a joke. Hey, you know, love
No, we're not playing.
But what do you need
We're
from
not
me?
joking.
All right, so tell me specifically
I
what
am
you
doing
need from me.
serious business.
So what do you need from me to move forward? That is my serious question.
Okay, just you know.
All right.
We're moving. We're talking. I'm touching. You know, I'm touching on the very critical issue with how does motivation and energy play a role in our life and in our marriage. It is connected to our marriage.
Can we draw a conclusion to that point, though?
Hmm?
Can we draw a conclusion to that point so that we can move forward?
Yeah, we need to know how to generate energy in ourselves. If we are suffering from low energy, then this would be reflected on how we talk, how we relate to each other, how we perceive each other. That's why there's something missing here. So I'm not asking you, because if you don't have energy, you are excused. You cannot say like, I will push this button and the energy will be here. No, I'm not asking you to make a fake smile. No, it won't. Faking is not therapy. Therapy is about real stuff, about honesty, about genuineness. That's therapy. But here there are key elements in therapy, and this is my job. To know what is the priority, where to start, how to move with therapy, where to end with therapy, but for the client to cut me and say, well, you know, we have different perspective. You know, we're not supposed to talk about energy. We have to talk about something else. So
we're just 40 minutes into energy. I got it 5 minutes ago.
Maybe 5 sessions.
No,
maybe it will take us,
because you haven't made any parallel to the marriage, to the motivation. Let's rock with the motivation. Go into your dissertation about motivation. Tell me how that affects our marriage. I want to hear more about that.
When I start to have good energy, good motivation, I would know how to approach the other person. I would know how to make my statement. I would know how to perceive the other person. You know, my mind would be more flexible. I would, you know, if I have like a specific idea about his behavior, I would give myself the chance to see where he's coming from. Maybe he's coming from different perspective than what I thought. So that gives me like a space, you know, to think in depth, to listen, to see where he's coming from.
I said something to her the other day. I was just like, I don't really think I think she just know of me. I tell her a lot of stories or whatever, how I came up and where I come from, and I said to her, I think you just really, I don't think she really knows me. She just know of me. She know the stories. She know what I give her, what I tell her. She sees what goes on like day to day in my name, and I don't think that's really me. I don't think she really knows me.
Okay. How would you help her to know you better?
Just understand. Just talk. Let her know my feelings or what I feel on different situations and things. And another thing, I think that she forgets.
So she doesn't take your points seriously?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say that it just rolls over, just goes over her head.
Okay, so you are not understood.
Not to the capacity that I would think that my wife's supposed to understand me.
Okay, and the means for better understanding would be
No, because it's talking, it's having dialogue, it's having experiences together. You know, it's all of that. But we haven't been seeing eye to eye, so we don't even barely even talk. She does her thing. She on that phone all day, just sitting there. She's, that's what she do.
Okay, so that's your concern, that you are misunderstood, or she doesn't allow you to make yourself clear enough?
No, it ain't that. I don't see. I need to make myself clear, but I think that she doesn't. I think she thinks I'm lower on the totem pole than she is because of the way I grew up and the people that raised me.
And you laughed at what he said.
Yeah, I literally grew up in a crack house. Like,
but you think that you're mentally over me. You think you better than me because you say you think better or mentally whatever. You just feel that I think that you feel like you're a level better than me. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mentally,
like
she thinks she's
superior to you.
Yeah, she thinks I'm a dummy or something.
No, that's not correct.
Not smart in life, and not able to handle my business.
Okay, so she knows you better than you know yourself.
No, that's what she says.
Okay. Yeah.
No, what I say is I see his potential. I see what he is capable of becoming. And he says, I've become who I've become. And I said, well, I see more in you than you see. In the past, I have said, I know you. I know you better than yourself, because for you to say that you are who you are and this is who you are to become, and you cannot become a better version of yourself, you have put limitations on yourself. I see that you can become a better version of yourself. So in the past, I only have the language that I know how to use. I am very much in agreement that I have used inflammatory language in the past. In the past, I have called him an idiot. In the past, I have said I think that I'm smarter than him. In the past, I have said those things. But also, I have also apologized for that language. I have also told him that I have moved past my superiority complex. I have also told him that I know that he has tremendous knowledge in areas that I will never have knowledge in. So I acknowledge that knowledge and intelligence isn't just my way. Everybody has knowledge and intelligence, and they thrive in it. I can't come into your arena and do what you do. I can't come into his arena and do what he does.
That you was going to come in here and tell him what to do.
I was going to, yes. If he's going to help us, I need to tell you how to help us. And you're not helping us, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm gonna sit here and be quiet. Okay, let's keep it G. I can do your job, but that's not the point. I'm not saying that I could do your job better than you. I'm telling you that I can do this because my acumen is to become a therapist. I chose not to. I came to this earth to do what you do. I did not go and get my degree in that area, but I am very capable of healing people. That is why I came to this earth. You are a healer. I am a healer. We are not going to, whatever language you identify with. You are a therapist, I am a, but what I'm saying is I can do his job because you're trying to call me out in front of somebody. You are. You literally said something that was said in a private conversation in front of somebody. And so now I gotta qualify it. It doesn't matter. Now I have to qualify it.
I just said,
so yes, I did say it, and I do believe that I can do his job. I'm not mad at you. I'm telling you why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I understand.
It would have never entered the room. It would have never entered the room
Because I said it. Of course I said it. Why wouldn't I
If
say
you
it?
hadn't have said it.
Why don't?
Okay.
Is it wrong
So
for me to
what
say
you're
that?
telling me?
Was
No.
it wrong for me to say it?
I believe that it was. It was something that was said between you and I in a private conversation.
No, we're sitting
There are
here.
a lot of things that you have said that I just allowed you to say, and I'm like, I could contradict him or I could say these different things, but I'm going to choose not to. And in that space where I was just making a parallel that everybody has their own genius and I honor their genius, you're like, no, because like I always tell you, you got to contradict me any chance you get. You're like, no, because you said da-da-da-da-da. So now I have to qualify to Sam where that statement is coming from. Yes.
Because
Do I
I
think
think
that I could do Sam's job? I'm literally a coach. I can.
So then why you are not helping yourself?
I'm helping me. I can't help him. The person
I
who
don't even
inflicted
feel-
your pain cannot be your
So you
healer.
cannot help him. You cannot.
Which is why I have let you enter this chat. This is an allowance. This morning, since we're disclosing private conversations, he said, are we going to therapy? And I said, are we not going to therapy? You're head of household. Make the decision. Why are you putting it on me?
Because
so
of
just so you're aware, it is my choice that we are in this room because he put it on me. So I am choosing to allow you into our relationship to fix something that I cannot fix because he is closed off to me.
I'm
And you
not
can
closed
help
off to
us
you.
understand why. But you got to figure it out for us.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
closed off.
Okay.
I'm not contradicting you all the time. I just said something that was pertinent. I needed to say that. I think the therapist needs to hear that.
Okay. She mentioned something that is positive. That she used before to make herself superior to you, to call you names, to say I'm smarter than you. You know, she used to say very negative things about you, and now she quitted doing this. That's good. So she's starting to have good attitude at you. She started to have a respect for you. So the more respect she would have for you, the better the relationship would be. So we need to build on that, you know, the respectful relationship as a mutual process. You know, you respect her, she respects you. You choose your words for her, she chooses.
She's gonna leave this place and get mad at me and become distant. That's what's gonna happen when we go out that door.
Well, remind her about the quality of statement that you would like to hear only positive statement.
I don't even think I said nothing negative.
Yeah. I mean, in order to improve the relationship, because we have percentage of negative statement and positive statement.
What did I say negative?
No, I'm not saying you are saying. I'm saying in people in general,
Oh, okay.
when the dynamic of the relationship between people, they use positive statement and negative statement. And it's relative. Like some people, the totality of what they say, like they say 80% positive statement and 20% negative statement. Some people, the opposite. They say 20% positive and 80% negative. Some people in between 50-50. So now the more we decrease the percentage of negative statement and increase the positive statement, we are moving forward in the relationship. And that's how you measure the quality of relationship. How many positive statement I use, how many negative statement I use. This is very good measure of improving a marital or any people relationship. So how about that? Is that something that you can rely on, and everybody can observe himself or herself? She would say, okay, now today, for example, when we have interaction, how many positive statements I use, how many negative statements I use. Okay, so the more positive I say, that means I'm controlling myself, I'm controlling my frustration, I'm controlling my anger, I'm controlling my depression. Okay, on both sides.
We don't use negative statements towards each other. We resolved that last year when I said to you, I don't think that the way that we're manifesting love is correct. I don't think we should speak to each other the way that we speak to each other. I think we should be more loving to each other, which is work that we've already done. So there will be no negative statements per me. If he feels whatever, then he can speak for himself. But that's not the issue. What he's saying is I will stop talking altogether, which I stopped talking a while ago. Because
what is a negative statement?
Something that's not positive, something that's not uplifting, something that's not supporting, something that's not helping someone.
He means state something that you would normally say that's negative towards me.
I don't know. I thought you were asking me to define, because that's...
In general, and it could be specific to him or in general, negative statement. Negative statement has negative meaning about the other person. When, like, I tell him that you are short of something, that's negative statement.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell him that you are supposed to do this and that, and you are not up to your standards.
Sam, let me tell you how I communicate with him. One, I am being called to be silent, which means I reduce the amount of words that come out of my mouth greatly, because everything that I am going through, Spirit is telling me silent. I need to listen more than I speak. So I'm not talking as much as I used to, period. Secondly, I have decided if someone makes a statement towards me, there's no response necessary. You made a statement. If someone asks me a question, I will answer the question. And that's it. What he wants, I believe, is for him to say whatever it is that he says, and he wants me to engage in conversation potentially from there. Well, that's not the energy I'm moving under. If it's not something that is engaging to me, I can choose not to engage. I don't have to engage in anything that I don't want to, that does not serve me. I don't need to talk about sports. If you want to say something about sports, say it. But don't get mad at me because I have nothing to add to that conversation, especially if it was a statement. I took the boys to the basketball game yesterday. I don't have to respond to that. Why?
I offered you to go.
See, that was a statement, so there's no response necessary from me. But he potentially wants a response. I don't know. So for him to say that I don't talk to him, no, I just don't respond to statements anymore. If you want to engage with me, actually engage with me. Ask me a question. He wants to say I don't know him, but it's also been said to me, I don't like when you try to interview me like you know me already. So if you would like for me to get to know you, which is what I've made attempts to do by asking questions, a person has only lived one life. So you're going to have to retell the story more than once. And each time you tell the story, maybe there's a different point that's being made in the story. But you're going to have to tell me the same story. And the last time you told it, it paralleled to this. Well, this time you tell me it's paralleling to that. And the next time you tell it's going to parallel to that. But for you to say, if I repeat this story, you're not listening to me, it has a new relevance in this context.
So if I ask you something about your past or something that you done said to me umpteen million times, you're gonna totally ignore me.
I believe there's a difference if you're re-asking a question versus we're having a completely different conversation. Also, I understand that sometimes we ask questions where we really don't know. We've had this conversation in this room. Sometimes we ask a question and we aren't really paying attention. We're just asking it to ask it. Now, when it happens again and it has relevance, now I'm actually going to remember the answer. Just like you have a son. I've never, you mentioned it, but at the time, and I only know this because of the parallel I made before, but we're having a conversation, you mentioned your son. In your mind, you're thinking, I told her I have a son because I mentioned my son. In my mind, it was just a detail in the story you were telling. Now, later on, if we're having a conversation, I'm like, hey, Sam, do you got any kids? And you're like, yeah, I told you I have a son. Well, now I'm actually engaged, and now I'm making a connection in my brain, and so I'll probably never ask you again if you have a son. So, I have told him stories, and he has told me stories. I have said things to him, and he has said things to me. But in that time, if it was not something that stuck in my brain, and I don't have the language, but if it wasn't something that stuck in my brain at the time and I did not make a connection point, then I'm probably going to ask it again when I'm actually trying to make a connection point. And then it's going to have relevance to me, and chances are I will never ask that question again. Like he spoke about his grandfather the other day. I have never heard a grandfather's story. So I said, dang, I didn't even know you had a grandfather. And his response, everybody has a grandfather. Well, I understand sperm had to enter the chat somewhere. I get that part. But I did not know he had a present grandfather until this one story he told.
Okay, I understand that. Okay. The idea behind talking about negative and positive statement is how to make an impression on the other person. Like when he talked to you, he needs to make sure that he's making a positive impression, not to annoy you, not to get on your nerve. A talk that would make you comfortable, make you feel secure, make you feel safe. That's what I mean, because life is full of issues, full of problems. We have enough of problems. But what alleviate these stresses, problems, issues is the way that we relate to each other. When I try to show you that I am on your side, I care for you. Even if you make mistake, I would find an excuse for you. Even I know that you made a mistake. That would tell you, give you that this guy is on my side. He's really supporting me. He really cares for me. So we together are safer. So that's what we are trying. Remember when I said the humanistic touch in the relationship? You both need that. He needs that from you, and you need that from him. No matter who made the mistake, we make mistakes. We will never end making mistakes. We are not angels. But again, how I relate to you and how you relate to me. Are you showing me that I know that you are a human being and you need care, you need understanding, you need support, you need somebody to stand by you. If I get this impression, I say, well, yes, I'm all ears for you. I'm all ears for you. Because I know you are on my side. You care for me.
She said I'm her enemy.
I feel he does treat me like his enemy, and I do not feel. I believe that he loves me. I believe that he is loyal to me.
Okay.
I believe that he is content with his chosen expression of loyalty. That chosen expression is not aligning with what I need at this time.
What do you need? Explain that.
First, well, I've already resolved with your children, so I don't need anything from you. But if I had not come to this resolution of how I'm going to move forward in that, I feel that you definitely take the sideline when I feel that the objective should be unification versus y'all just don't like each other and y'all need to figure it out. I feel that
talking about my kids?
Yes, you said how I would like for you to show up for me. And so this is what I was answering.
It looks there are issues that unresolved one of them is the issue of the children and unification versus
Just sitting on the sideline, like silence.
sitting,
No efforts made.
sitting on
Well,
the
this what
side.
you want me to go against my kids for you?
Okay, this is we will expand on this. It's very important issue. Now we are touching base with issues.
Yep, this is what I want.
Okay, so next time we will focus on the issue of children. You know, how we relate to our children in the light of relating to each other. You know, how we deal with our children in the light of working together. Or what are the sources of our disagreement about the children? Why we disagree? Because of the children.
My kids are grown now. They don't even live in my house.
Okay, we need to shed a lot of light about the children, their characteristics, their needs, their psychology, their emotions, and you and her versus the children. So
One more thing I want to say to you, and then y'all can finish it. The relationship between her and my kids been damaged for a long time. I can't tell them to like her when situations didn't happen or they didn't got into arguments or whatever. She can change, but it's like she say she could change, but then how would I get my grown kids to be cool with her?
okay,
After all the shit that happened.
okay. So we have big issue, the children issue, your children, and the relationship between her and your children. That's big issue. We need to work on that, and that's gonna be the start of the talk of next session. Okay.
Appreciate you, Sam.
Okay. Sure.
Have a wonderful day.